Hey YouTube, Snubby here. I thought it would be helpful to do another update video to say thank you for the support of my videos, and also to address some common questions many of you have asked. The first question, and the most common question, is how do you make your PVC instrument? Well, I researched ideas online and found some basic instructions. One set of instructions that helped me a lot was from a guy named Nate True, which you can find the link to his down below in the description box. After that, my dad and I worked out the design as we went along. We didn't start off with any exact lengths of the pipes. We simply used a guess and check method, and then ultimately used an electronic chromatic tuner to fine-tune the notes. Just remember, the longer the pipe, the lower the note, and the shorter the pipe, the higher the note. How did you get started? After seeing the Blue Man Group's How to Be a Megastar tour back in 2007, I was inspired to build my first PVC instrument. I've always been fascinated by marimbas and xylophones, and so when I first heard the cool, airy sound that their pipes created, I was determined to build my own and do the same. So my dad and I went out to Home Depot that summer and bought out all their 2-inch ABS pipe and elbows and got working. We actually used ABS pipe instead of PVC pipe because we found it was cheaper and they had a larger quantity of the materials. As far as I know, there isn't a huge difference in the sound that they make. Then, after a month and a half of building, we finally had a completed 2-octave PVC instrument for me to play. It's been 3.5 years now since I started playing, and I'm continually practicing and getting better to this date. If you're wondering about my PVC 2.0, check out my first YouTube update by clicking here. This is a ripoff of Blue Man Group. On the contrary, I'm a huge fan of Blue Man Group. Without their inspiration, I would have never had the idea to build my own instrument. Many of you already know I hope to be a Blue Man one day, and I feel very grateful to have had the opportunity to audition with them last summer. Hopefully, by practicing my PVC instrument enough, I can possibly one day become a Blue Man. Can I buy your instrument? No. How much does it cost? The main section of my PVC instrument costs a little over $300 in materials, but my PVC 2.0 cost close to $1,000. Because of the extra notes and elbows and added accessories, it just ended up totaling to be that much. I have heard of people who have constructed their instruments with less than $100 though, so it varies depending on what materials you use. How do you make your paddles? I used foam from a garden knee pad cushion attached to paint stirrers as paddles for a while when I started out. I've seen people use ping pong paddles and flip-flops to play their pipe instruments, so you can try experimenting with anything really. But now that I've acquired a pair of real Blue Man Group paddles, I've started making paddles of the similar style. These paddles are a little bit more complicated and expensive to make, but the way I make them is with closed cell foam rubber, corrugated plastic, 2 rods that are run down into a wooden dowel with the rubber of a golf club handle for a nice grip. How do you learn to play so many songs? Can you send me the notes? I've been playing piano since I was 5 years old, and so I use my musical skills to learn new songs. I have to learn most songs by ear though, so I do not have sheet music that I can send to anyone. And it's also a little hard and time consuming to write out every single note, so I'm not going to be doing that either. What's the song at some specific time? For most of my videos, I have a song list in the description with the times at which I play the songs. And if you have annotations enabled, you should be able to see an annotation pop up in the corner with the song title during the video. So if you're unsure of a song, try checking one of those places first. Why do you play only the one medley? I play the same medley of songs for live performances when I know I'm performing for a primarily new crowd of people. Why go through the trouble of entirely changing my set list if I have a medley that already works well? Are you available for performances? Right now, college is my priority, so performances as well as new videos is limited to my campus at Loyola Marymount University. As a first-year theater arts major and music minor, keeping pretty busy. Do you take requests? Yes, I am always willing to accept requests. I can't guarantee that I'll play it in a video, but if you send me a message with your request, I will definitely check it out and see if it will work on my PVC instrument for you. Do you have an MP3 of your medley? I'm actually in the process of possibly putting it up on iTunes, so I'll have to get back to you guys on that. But I would say don't expect anything for a few months. Again, thank you everyone for your support. If you haven't already, check out my Snubby Facebook page to keep up to date with what's happening with me.